Hey everyone, Lee Magpie here, and today I'm actually filming in my Jurassic World room because my filming light is actually broken, and this is the room with the best lighting. So I'm sorry if it sounds a little bit echoey, but what a better place to do a review than in my own Jurassic World room. But without further ado, I'm going to get on with the review. So this is the Jurassic World Dominion Raw Strikers Megaraptor. It looks absolutely awesome. It's Wave 2 is slowly but surely coming out in the UK, and this retails for, I think it's £17.99, a little bit cheaper than the last wave, which was £20, and it just looks absolutely awesome. It's great to see another species, what Mattel's come out with, and yeah, the packaging is pretty much overall the same as all the other packaging we've had from Dominion, and this one has got sound, well, yeah, makes like roaring sounds, a bit like Aurora bars. And this is the back of the packaging, which is obviously just shows you that it's compatible with the Jurassic World Facts app, and I always pause away and let you lot all scan away, so you can scan it onto your Jurassic World Facts app. And then here's a cool picture of the figure in action there, and then here is some of the other available figures. This one I'm definitely going to get my hands on and do a review. And this one, I don't want it, but I do really like the coloured scheme. I have actually got quite a lot of Cenas, so I'm not really looking to get another one. And this one I've just literally just done a review on, so check that out. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get the Megaraptor out of the packaging. It looks absolutely awesome. So, see you in a sec. So everyone, I've got the Megaraptor out of the packaging, and my overall thoughts on it is it looks absolutely awesome. It's got quite a lot of detail, and the colours are really striking. But on camera, it's letting off, the red bit is letting off a little bit brighter. It's actually a little bit more of a darker red than it is a lighter red. So don't let that fool you. And yeah, overall it looks really, really cool. There isn't lots of colours going on. There's literally just the red, this really nice dark like blue-grey colour, and then a little bit of stripe detailing of cream on the nose and jaw area. But it's got quite a lot of detail with like feathering detail and crease details overall, and it's a very unusual species. But this is the face sculpt up close. Looks really, really cool. It looks really menacing. And overall, I think it just looks quite striking with these dark colours. I've always said I like my dark colours. And yeah, the eye sculpt is really nicely done. The eye paint is really nicely done as well. And these stripes look really cool with the cream jaw, which they always do the cream jaw, but it really looks even better with it like that. And as you can see, it's got a really nicely painted orange eye, some nice indivots and indivots around the nose. The top of the head looks really cool as well. As you can see, it's got some feathering details on the top of the head. This is another feathered reptile, and then a bit of scattering of feathers around the back of the neck, going down to the body. The claws are really, really cool as well. As you can see here, it looks like the arm looks a little bit off. Can you see how the arm socket looks a little bit like it's going to pop off? But I checked a few of them in the shops, and they was all pretty much the same, and I've pulled it and checked it, and it doesn't seem like it's going to come out. But I had a problem with this before on one of my other figures where the arm came off, but this one seems fine. But it just doesn't look like it's fully in the socket. I've even tried pushing it, but it won't work. But yeah, it seems fine. But the arms are really cool. It's got these really long talons, which are the same colour as this like bluey grey colour. Looks almost black in certain lights, but it's like a blue colour. Yeah, it's like a blue-grey colour. But I'm not actually mad. These would have been nice in black, but it gets away with it because of the coloured scheme at the front being dark, and then the back is all in this really nice red colour, and it's got some nice freckling and crease detailing in the actual skin itself. It's really hard to pick up the details on the camera, but as you can see, it's got loads of nice like scale detailing and crease detailing. But I really wish that they did on the tail, even though the tail is so nicely sculpted with this feathering detail. I like how you can see this scale detailing going throughout the bottom of the tail, and then it goes into these feathers, and they've got little bits of freckle detailing. That is really nicely done. It's really nice to see another feathered dinosaur, and that's the underneath of the tail. But I really just wish that they added maybe a bit of colour like this, maybe a bit of this cream colour just scattered throughout the tail, just to make these feathers look a little bit more colourful. But sculpt-wise on it, it looks amazing. But that's the only problem I've got, is that I think that they should have maybe added a little bit more colour throughout this red, because it literally looks like it's a dinosaur what's in two different colours. But it doesn't bother me, and I still think it looks very striking. But, well, it does bother me, but it doesn't bother me to the point where I'm like, oh my god, this is an awful figure. It's just, I think that the colours could have been maybe scattered a little bit more throughout the tail area, especially on feathers. When you think about feathers, they're usually like really colourful or really dull, but with like a little bit more pattern to them. And then it's also got some feathering details on its back here, I think. Yeah, they're feathering details as well, so it scatters throughout the back here. But turn it on the angle, you can really see, and then on the span, it's got these feathers popping up as well. But these ones are done in the colour of the head. It's got some really deep indivots of rib detailing as well, as you can see there. And then it's just really good muscle definition. And then the bottom of the feet are done in red. Now, it would have been better if the feet, I'm not fussed about the top bits being painted, but the feet could have been done with being coloured with the, maybe in this colour at the bottom, because it just look a bit random, like it's all just one colour. But still looks really good. I think that the new wave of these toys, the ones where you actually press them down and make them raw, I think they've actually stopped maybe painting these. I'm not sure, the bottom of the feet, but it's easily done if you wanted to do it. But I do think that Mattel does an absolutely amazing job, and I don't want to put them down, but that has become a bit lazy if they have stopped doing that. But I'll have to see until next time I get another dinosaur that's on two legs like this and this scale, to see if they have stopped doing it or not. I'm trying to think with the first wave if they've done it on that one, but yeah, still looks really cool. The colours are really striking, and it's got lots of detail, but colour wise it could have just maybe been a bit cohesive with blending some of this dark colour into the tail feathers, and maybe adding a bit of dark on the claws. But sculpt wise it looks absolutely amazing. I love how it's got these like feathering details on the arms here, and then on the claws just look really long and creepy. It looks like it would be really fast if it was to be running. But yeah, I'm going to quickly show you the action feature. So if you press down on the legs like this, it will do its sounds as well. That just sounds really awesome. It's really loud and clear, and it's very sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to tip over at any time, so they have made that a lot better as well. But yeah. And then it's just got that chomping action as you press down as well. But I really like this feature, but I just think that maybe they've missed out on doing the claws there. But yeah, articulation wise, you can articulate the jaw but only by the action feature. You can move its arms pretty much all the way around, out like that, and a swivel joint as well like that. And it would look really cool actually out like that. That looks really cool out like that more than it does on the sides. And usually I don't really like to put the arms out like that, but that looks really creepy. And then obviously it can move its legs that far back, that far forward. Pretty much standard for what we already seen a million times, but you don't really need like tons of articulation on these figures, as long as you can move the arms and the legs and you've got some type of chomping action and some articulation in the tail. So this one, they've actually added a swivel in the tail instead of actually moving the tail side to side, which I personally like to move the tail side to side than I do to swivel it, but it still looks quite good. So obviously you can turn the tail all the way around. It actually looks quite cool that way as well, because it blends in with the line of the span there, so you could actually have it like that. I know you can see the feathers that way, but it still could probably get away with it. You can put it on the side like that as well, and put it on top, but I think I'm just going to have it just as it usually is. But the tail actually has got tons of details of crease detailing all the way throughout the tail. I think that's the bit what's got the most details, and the back. But yeah, scale to 1 to 10, I would give this figure a 9 out of 10 for sculpt. No, I'd give the sculpt a 10 out of 10. The paint scheme I would give an 8 or a 9 out of 10, because I do like the colours together. I just think that they could have maybe added a little bit more of the colours going throughout. This dark colour going throughout the body, maybe made a bit of colour on the tail. The action feature is very cool. It works really well. You've got no buttons. And speaking of buttons, I ain't even showed you the scan code, so let me show you the scan code. There you go. So you can pause away and scan away. And there is some of the details a bit better in there. Yeah, so my overall thoughts again: sculpt 10 out of 10, articulation 10 out of 10, action feature 10 out of 10, coloured scheme I'd give a 9 out of 10, just because I think that they could have just added some of this darker colour throughout the red as well, so it's not just like two block, and then maybe added a little colour into the feathers, maybe this cream colour and this together throughout the feathers. But if you're good at doing some repaints, got on with doing it, it would look really, really cool. And yeah, so I am done with this review. I'm going to just move the sculpt up a little bit closer. I'm done with this review. And please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that alarm bell for more toy related stuff. I've got quite a few Jurassic World stuff coming up soon. And yeah, I really like the details under the neck as well. If you can see that crease, the wrinkled fold detailing. Yeah, there isn't really much more I can say, so please like and subscribe to my channel, hit that alarm bell for more toy related stuff and more toy episodes, and that is it. Please go, if you really like the look of this figure, then go get your hands on it, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys!